How's it going, Fix fans? And today I'm going to be putting the strongest characters of each One Piece saga into the spotlight. On a timeline where characters come in all sorts, who stands as the ultimate powerhouse? For this video, I won't be using Shanks in any of the sagas because I just want to spice it up a little and give others the spotlight. But if I was to use him, I wouldn't use him in the first saga, considering Oda starts the story just as Luffy leaves at the age of 16, and we only see Shanks in flashbacks, never really actually meeting the infamous red-haired Chad. But besides that, I would have put him as the strongest in the Summit War saga and the Wano saga. For the East Blue saga, we have Mihawk. He was introduced through Zoro as the most amazing swordsman in the East Blue as far as we knew. However, with the appearance of Mihawk in chapter 49 of the manga during the Barati arc, Oda clearly shows us that Zoro's dream is a lot further than expected, leaving a lasting impression on the sad swordsman in every fan. But before attaining the esteemed position of warlord, Mihawk was known throughout the seas for being the marine hunter and the strongest swordsman in the world. Even before the great age of pirates, he gained fame by defeating stronger and stronger foes until he had no worthy challengers left. And now he reigns at the top as the strongest swordsman in the world, due to his physical abilities, refined swordsmanship, and his unparalleled eyesight known as Hawk Eyes. Mihawk was a rival to Shanks, a future emperor and a great swordsman in his own right. The pair competed fiercely in legendary duels until Shanks lost his arm to the Lord of the Coast. His immense skill in battle allowed him to easily destroy Don Krieg's entire fleet of 50 ships and 5,000 men all by himself, with the only main ship surviving because a bad storm pushed them away. This monstrous display of strength caused Don Krieg to assume that Mihawk had devil fruit powers. Additionally, he easily defeated Zoro, using only his cross-shaped knife worn as a pendant around his neck. During the Summit War of Marineford, he did not receive as much as a scratch, despite having fought against Vista and Crocodile. Fun side fact, aside from his combat prowess, Mihawk is surprisingly an excellent cook, having cooked meals for both himself and Perona for 2 years. In the anime, he is shown applying the swordsmanship to his cooking. I'd wife that bad boy up. For the Alabasta saga, I'm choosing Ace. He first appeared during the end of the Drum Island arc in chapter 154 of the manga and episode 91 of the anime. He then appeared in Alabasta arc, where he was properly introduced as Luffy's big brother and played quite a role in saving the crew from the Navy. Born as Gold D. Ace and nicknamed Fire Fist Ace, he was the biological son of the famous pirate king Gold D. Roger and Portcullis D. Rouge. He was taken in by the infamous Monkey D. Garb as a favour to Roger before his execution. Ace was captain of the Spade Pirates, asked to become a warlord, but declined and then got recruited into the Whitebeard Pirates, becoming its 2nd Division commander. Adding to his power, he consumed the Marimara no Mi, a Logia-type devil fruit that allowed him to create, control, and transform his body into fire, creating and unleashing massive amounts of fire for large-scale damage, as well as utilizing small precision attacks. Later, after his death, it was revealed that Ace's burning fist also had the power to annihilate entire cities. Although rare, Ace was able to use all 3 types of haki, but despite this, he rarely used any of them in combat, being more reliant on his devil fruit abilities. While Oda never let Ace show his usage of armament haki and observation haki within the manga, the novels have stated that Ace's haki have been described by Shanks and Ben Beckman to be fiery in nature, to the point that Ace's very presence was able to stop blizzards on an island for as long as he was there. And to top it all off, he possessed Conqueror's Haki, which he initially had no conscious control over, only first demonstrating the ability in episode 501, showcasing a flashback to when Ace was 10 years of age, when he rendered the Blue Jam pirates unconscious after an outburst of rage. He later gained knowledge of the power as he recognized it when Luffy used it at the Summit War of Marineford. Apart from that, he was never seen using this Haki apart from in his childhood, save for in video games, such as during the activation of Kizuna Rush in Pirate Warriors 3. We jump into the Sky Island saga, meeting the not yet known Blackbeard in chapter 223 and episode 146, where he's sitting next to Luffy at a bar in Mocktown, where they both eat a piece of cherry pie. The crew leaves the man in the streets with an ominous departure, unaware of the future ahead. Teach started out his pirate career as an apprentice aboard the Whitebeard Pirates, then later became a member of the crew's 2nd Division. However, he defected after murdering Thatch, the 4th Division commander, in order to steal the Yummy Yummy no Mi, a rare darkness-based Logia devil fruit, with the power to nullify the devil fruit abilities of others. Even before gaining any devil fruit powers, Jinbei stated that he was still a fearsome individual at the time when he was a member of the Whitebeard Pirates. As great evidence of this, during this time, he fought Shanks and left scars on his left eye, and although the exact circumstances of what happened are not known, Shanks declared that it was not due to carelessness, recognizing it as a dangerous threat. Likewise, Ace, before officially becoming 2nd Division commander of the crew, believed that Teach could have become commander, but the latter refused. The Water 7 saga shines a spotlight on the mysterious and imposing figure of Kuzan, formerly known as Admiral Aokiji, whose introduction in One Piece was a blend of intensity, torment, and humor. Trained by the legendary Monkey D. Garp, Kuzan rose through the Marine ranks to become an admiral. His journey within the Marines culminated in a climactic 10-day battle with Akainu for the position of Fleet Admiral, which ended in Kuzan's defeat, leading to his resignation from the Marines. However, Akainu wasn't officially in the Water 7 saga, otherwise I believe I would have put him in instead. In the Water 7 saga, Kuzan briefly appears, instilling fear in Robin and the others with his incredible powers. His possession of the Hihi no Mi Devil Fruit grants him control over ice as a Logia type user. His mastery over this power allows him to effortlessly cover vast expanses of ocean and even freeze formidable creatures like Sea Kings in a mere moment. Kuzan's journey in One Piece is woven through various arcs, from a minor antagonist in the Long Ring Long Land arc, to a significant role in the Marineford arc, and eventually, in the not too near future, becoming a key figure in the final saga as part of Blackbeard pirates. His strength and abilities weren't merely innate, but were forged through rigorous training reflecting Garp's philosophy. Even in his early days within the Marines, his exceptional prowess was evident, showcased by effortlessly subduing a powerful former Vice Admiral, Jaguar D. Sol. The zombie marathon I've wanted to see happen since it was drawn, along with the interesting man they called Pacifista. Bartholomew Kuma, introduced as an antagonist in the Thriller Bark saga, and provided us with the glorious Nothing Happens scene. He swiftly became one of the most unexpected and crucial allies of the Straw Hat Pirates. His initial appearance as a warlord showcased his staggering power, particularly with the Niku Niku no Mi Devil Fruit, enabling him to easily repel attacks and push the crew beyond their limits. During the pivotal events at Subodi Archipelago, Kuma's overwhelming strength created a stark contrast between the crew's capabilities and those of a warlord of his caliber. This truly showed how much further the Straw Hat crew really had to go in terms of power scaling. To add to this, Kuma's involvement with the Revolutionary Army added an intriguing layer to his character, shrouding him in mystery and making his actions even more captivating. I gotta say, Oda said that he wouldn't be able to top Robin's childhood, but I think he did with Kuma's. I'm going with the legendary White Beard. It was by far the hardest to figure out the strongest for this saga, since Shanks appears at the end of the war, putting a stop to it with nothing but a single sentence and scaring the Blackbeard pirates away. So he'd be the obvious choice in my opinion, but he's out. So I then have to have the Battle of the Beards, using Whitebeard before his injuries and Blackbeard before he took the Guru Guru no Mi fruit. Whitebeard's reputation as one of history's most powerful pirates is unparalleled. His staggering bounty despite his apparent inactivity attests to his immense strength. His master over the Guru Guru no Mi, a Paramecia type devil fruit, capable of generating earthquakes and unleashing devastating shockwaves, solidifying his status. Sengoku himself even acknowledged Whitebeard's capabilities to potentially destroy the world with this power. As a former member of the legendary Rocks Pirates and later one of the 4 emperors ruling over the New World, Whitebeard's origins as an orphan from Sphinx Island, where Marco now resides looking after the village, seems a distant echo to his formidable presence. His prime was marked by the legendary clashes, none more notable than this prolonged battle with Gold D. Roger, where they fought for days and ended in a draw. This encounter solidified Whitebeard's monarchy as the strongest man in the world. Even before the Great Age of Pirates began after Roger's death, he was considered the closest man to the One Piece, standing as the foremost obstacle to claiming the title of the Pirate King. His bounty, second only to Roger's, soaring over 5 billion, a testament to his fearsome might. I feel that this arc at Marineford was the climax of the hype pre-time skip, and my favourite point as well, when Whitebeard yelled from the depths of his stomach, "The One Piece is real!" Sending shivers down my spine. I don't know if you guys agree, but if not, let me know, because I don't think anything tops it for me. Even Kaido, renowned as the world's strongest creature, acknowledged Whitebeard as part of an elite group. That group are pirates possessing the strength to challenge him. Whitebeard's prowess was evident in his ability to effortlessly defeat Ace numerous times, once even while asleep, showcasing the immense gap in their powers. This indomitable strength persisted throughout his old age, cementing Whitebeard's legacy as one of the most formidable figures in the history of piracy. The Fishman Island saga is the 7th saga, beginning the second half of the series with the new animation rising up, making Luffy look more badass. This arc in One Piece indeed took a unique approach in showcasing Luffy's growth and emotional struggle. Hody Jones was built up as the final antagonist, following the series' traditional saving the best for last. Struggling to cope with the devastating loss of brother Ace, Luffy's usual jovial demeanor shattered, marking his first major failure. It took considerable time and support from allies like Hancock, Jinbei and Rayleigh for Luffy to regain his composure. During those 2 years of intense training, he honed his Haki abilities to the point where he mastered the potential of his Devil Fruit powers, or so he thought. but how far can his powers and abilities actually go? When the showdown between Luffy and Hody Jones finally unfolded, it became evident that Luffy had evolved significantly. His Conqueror's Haki displayed its incredible power, effortlessly toppling 50,000 fishmen and overwhelming Hody Jones. Despite facing terrain and a ton of advantages, Hody and his crew found themselves outmatched by the Straw Hat Pirates. What made this saga so unique was not just the physical display of power, but the emotional weight behind Luffy's victory. Hody Jones, once claiming invincible in the water, suffered not one, but 2 consecutive defeats at the hand of Luffy, who emerged as the clear powerhouse of the Fishman Island arc. This arc highlighted Luffy's growth not just in strength, but also in resilience and emotional fortitude, marking a pivotal moment in his journey as a pirate. Now, this may be a hot one and many may disagree, but the under-the-radar strongest hurdle for the Straw Hats to overcome was Admiral Fujitora. Aisho, better known by his alias Fujitora, is an admiral in the Marine conscripted through a world military draft during the 2-year time skip and being appointed to fill the ranks of 2 admiral vacancies caused by Cruzan's resignation and Akainu's promotion. Fujitora notably spearheaded a campaign for the abolishment of the 7 warlords of the sea system, which came to pass during the most recent Leveille, but he is often more preoccupied with ensuring the safety of civilians rather than getting the better of his opponent. By harnessing the power of his Paramecia type fruit, it allows him to generate and manipulate gravitational fields and forces, literally sending meteors towards the earth. The Zushi Zushi no Mi is not a devil fruit to be taken lightly, and his proficiency at using its technique is no joke. These attacks are mainly guided by the movements of his sword, manipulating gravity over extreme large areas. I was considering Sabo instead, but since he doesn't have full control over his abilities of Ace's fruit yet, I decided against it. Sons begrudgingly reunite with fathers, captains are starving, cakes are eaten, and Luffy. Well, Luffy's just being Luffy. Big Mom stands out as the most formidable character in this saga, rightfully portrayed as the strongest force given her status as Yonko. Her unparalleled strength, backed by Haki and Conqueror's Haki, is complemented by the Soru Soru no Mi Devil Fruit. This fruit grants her the terrifying ability to distract and manipulate the souls of individuals, as long as they confront her in a state of fear. This power allows her to control even some of the most powerful adversaries. And although the Straw Hats successfully managed to rescue Sanji, they didn't actually defeat Big Mom. Instead, their actions intensifying her animosity towards Luffy. Big Mom's mastery over her Devil Fruit ability, Haki, and her colossal stature solidifying her status as a monstrous force, rightfully earns her a title of Emperor of the Sea. Yes. Gear 5 came out, everyone was hyped, he looked so powerful, but he isn't the strongest, unfortunately. There was a clandestine figure manipulating events from the shadows. Enter Emu. Emu? I'm not too sure actually. Enter Emu. We're gonna go with Emu. Enter Emu, who we finally see for more than a second. Speculations do say Lilith, and if you want a more in-depth dive into who Emu might be, then let me know and I can delve a bit deeper into it. The shadowy figure is a mysterious and towering supreme leader of the world government, currently occupying the empty throne, wielding unparalleled influence and power, even commanding the 5 elders who obediently serve their every whim. Emu's initial appearance occurs during the Leveille arc, marking a pivotal moment in the series. Often considered as arguably the strongest character in One Piece, they have command of the deployment of devastating weapons such as the Mother Flame, designed by the renowned scientist Dr. Vegapunk. This weapon's terrifying capability led to the instant annihilation of the kingdom of Lulusia, showcasing its terrifying power to obliterate entire islands within moments. Moreover, Emu exhibits a remarkable ability to transform into a massive beast-like humanoid, capable of consuming fire. This form also wields a sharp, arrowhead-shaped appendage or tentacle, demonstrating formidable strength by severely injuring even Logia users like Sabo. While the origins of this transformation remain a mystery, it's known that J. Garcia Satin similarly transforms, likely due to an awakened mythical Zoan-type Devil Fruit. Their hidden influence and overwhelming power pose a significant threat, setting the stage for a battle of the ages. Will it, though, have the same hype as the fight between Naruto and Sasuke? Who knows? But I'm very curious to know your perspective. Did I hit the mark, or do you guys believe other characters deserve the spotlight as the strongest? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and give us a subscribe. I'm genuinely intrigued to hear your take on this captivating journey through the mightiest figures of One Piece.